Hey guys, happy Sunday to everybody. I'm just sitting in my rocking chair in my nursery. I don't even have Monroe in here. I was just kind of organizing some things, organizing the drawers. And I decided I just wanted to sit down and have a chat with you guys. I'm gonna try not to rock too much because I tend to do that when I'm sitting in the rocking chair, not even holding a baby. But I do love being in this space. It really is my happy place, and I'm glad everybody enjoyed seeing the updated nursery review. I got a lot of really wonderful positive comments on that, but I wanted to share a little bit more about getting the crib and how it relates to the topic I'm going to chat about. It's been weighing on me because I don't quite understand some people's behaviors in our doll community. So I want to talk about it because I think talking about it helps me kind of let it go. And I also just like to share an experience and relate it to, my experiences in the doll hobby and why I think it's really important for, especially channel creators that are putting out content that are talking about things or sharing things, to be humble, to share some of those not so great experiences that we have in the hobby, because I think that it helps others. It's one of the reasons why I started making videos, is to connect with other collectors, to share some of the experiences, good, bad, ugly, and everything in between, because it does help other collectors not make the same mistakes. And you have to be a humble person to be able to admit defeat, at times in this hobby, because we all are human. We all make mistakes. We don't always make the best decisions. We do things that we regret from time to time. Like, it's called being human. But what baffles me and why it's been like weighing on me is that there are some people in this hobby that truly do not know how to own up to just being wrong, making a bad decision, and would rather go and make a video or make a community post lying rather than just, swallow your pride for a moment and admit to failure. Admit you made a mistake. Admit that you got it wrong, because we all get it wrong sometimes. We're not all perfect, And one of my biggest pet peeves about humans, that it stems from my own traumas as a young adult and, into my full adulthood, I don't like liars. I try very hard not to lie, not even a little white lie. Like I'm a person that it weighs very heavily on. If I can't tell the truth, it will bother me. And I don't want to be that type of person because I don't like being lied to. So I expect people to, sometimes, it's hard to tell the truth sometimes. It's hard to swallow our pride. It's also hard to be, get constructive criticism, if you will. But I live in a world, especially my work world, where admitting you're wrong and learning from it is a must. It's the only way that I could actually do my job properly and grow in the field of work that I'm in. And I have to own my decisions because I have to make big decisions for a large university. So therefore, I have to be told when I'm wrong. I have to take it in and learn from it so that I don't make those mistakes again. And I've tried to carry myself through life in that way towards everything, especially when I approach this hobby. So this hobby is a pitfall of so many potential things that you could do that will cost you money, that will be heartbreaking, that will just leave you with such a bad taste in your mouth. You won't want to be in the hobby if you're not careful. You have to educate yourself about this hobby and everything that comes with it, right? And those are just the truthful aspects of being in any hobby. You need to do your homework. You need to do your research. You have to be knowledgeable about what it is you're buying so that you don't, you know, make a bad purchase, lose money. And I've been there for many years. I have learned from my mistakes in this hobby so that I don't repeat bad purchases for dolls that were really bad, buying from artists that were not artists that stood behind their work. And I lost thousands and thousands of dollars over the years in bad doll sales. I've been scammed. I've been taken advantage of. I've given friends deals on dolls and lost money because I thought I was being a good friend when I should not have taken a loss. Thousands and thousands of dollars, guys. And I don't want people to make those same mistakes, which is why I come on. This is why I make videos. It's why I share my experiences. And I'm going to tie this into this crib. So, I didn't initially start off with wanting to purchase this crib. I didn't even see this crib until after I had made another purchase first. I was actually looking for a rattan crib that everybody sees is very popular right now. It seems to be a boom, a big booming trend to buy new cribs. And I had seen other people's cribs. Everybody's got their own taste. I saw my friend Lee's crib and loved it from the moment I ever saw her share it on her channel and on her Instagram account, and really coveted just the uniqueness of it. And so that's when I decided I wanted to make some changes in here. I decided I wanted one of those, types of cribs made from the material rattan. Now people get it confused and call them wicker. Wicker is a style of weaving, but rattan is the material that it's made from. And there are very, very many, loads of different variations and beautiful cribs that are made with rattan, whether they're a wicker style or if they're weaved in a different way. They're all beautiful. I think that they're gorgeous. I think they're a beautiful piece of furniture and a work of art all in themselves, which is why I'm like, oh, what a great way to change up the look in my nursery. Because if you realized before, if you remember, I had my Claire de Lune pod, which was a weaved wicker style, small pod like bassinet. So it was smaller than the one that's sitting there now. And I just wanted something a little bit bigger because I have room for it. It's a small space, I won't lie, like this is not a huge space, but I do have enough room in here where I don't have furniture piled on top of itself. So I wanted to look for something unique, and I found a very different, but leaned into the style with bits that were similar like Lee's, and now the one that my friend Shelby, you guys know her as, because she and Lee have the same crib now. She was very fortunate to find the same crib because they're sold out. They don't make them anymore. They're just discontinued. If you want to see a breakdown of all the varying cribs and prices, go over to Michelle's channel. That would be Shelby, if you don't already follow her. She did a wonderful breakdown of all of the current cribs and prices and how to find them, and it was really very, very informative. So back to the crib I thought I was going to get. I made a purchase, and I thought I was purchasing from a true website. It was, not a specialized in children's furniture, but they specialized in rattan made furniture for households. So they had, not just baby furniture, but they only had one style crib. And that's the one that I chose. So I waited a few, a couple weeks, 3 weeks, and finally realized that they were not responding to me and that I think it was a scam. So luckily I purchased through a paying partner that you pay through so that you have protection. I tend to do that when I'm buying from some place that I'm not sure of or haven't bought from. And luckily they fought to get my money back because I never got refunded directly from the company I bought the rattan crib from. And I was really bummed. My friend Michelle, my friend Lee, they'll tell you I was really bummed about it. I was really pissed off because I had been scammed. I'm convinced that it's not a real website. I think that they just take people's money, and it was a lot of money. I think it was around $600 US dollars. And that's a big purchase, right? It's a lot to spend on a crib for a hobby. And I was really disappointed. But the reason why I'm sharing it is because, one, you have to be very careful with where you're buying from. That's why I buy with, a buying partner that protects my money, that I was able to get my money back. It did take like 21 days to process it and have them look into it. And they never got a response from the company either. And they refunded my money, thank goodness. However, if I would have just paid for it, you know, any other way, I might not have gotten my money back. And that's very scary. It's a huge amount of money to lose. But I'm finding that with the rattan type style made cribs, a lot of them are not real websites. They're scams, because these types of cribs are very hard to find because they're very large. A lot of them either are just huge and are very difficult to ship, and you'll spend a lot in shipping, or the fact that they don't come apart. Some of them don't separate from their stands. They're one piece. Like, it's a huge undertaking to get something that large, because I don't think people realize how big they are, because in pictures you can't tell how big they are, when in fact, as I'll use Michelle's wording, they're like boats. They have an undercarriage. They may even have an engine room. It may be an ark. So you have to really look at your purchase and what will fit. And it would have fit fine in here had I actually showed up. But in the end, I started seeking out other style cribs that I might like, because I didn't like any of the other rattan available cribs that were in the US and available for shipping. I couldn't find one on the secondary market here either. They are readily available over in the UK, I've noticed, but not in the US, like on Facebook Marketplace and, secondhand platforms. So then I started seeking out, unique cribs that I would think would fit my space and fit my personality. And then I came across this beautiful crib. And I think overall, I'm happy that I did not end up with that first crib and that it was a scam, because this crib actually suits my taste much better than the rattan or wicker style. I wanted to get away from the style I had previously, and I think it would have been too similar. So I'm really happy with this crib, but I'm also one to share, like, I'll admit defeat, guys. Like, I totally got scammed. It ended up really working out for me because I like this crib better. I think it fits my space, my personality better. I also love the color, and I love velvet. I'm obsessed with velvet anything. I mean, I have a green velvet couch in my office, for goodness sakes. But my point to sharing this with you is that we have some folks out there who, I feel like it's the start of, like, Cribgate. Use that term, as my friends and I have been kind of giggling about, because it's been that ridiculous. So there is a YouTube creator who does not like me, past friend, that I ended our friendship because of things like this. So I'm gonna continue my storytelling. She doesn't like me, therefore she doesn't like my friends. So she's made her channel and her videos about throwing shade in any way, shape, or form she can towards me and my friends, which, well, one, that's not a purpose for why you should be making videos. It's silly. I generally don't follow her. But I do find out because people share with me, because the ridiculousness is so obvious in her videos, and she makes a lot of community posts. Michelle has talked about the ridiculousness of this person. It's unfortunate though, because it's wasted. It's wasted shade throwing on me, especially because I don't care. I don't care if someone doesn't like my space. I don't care if someone doesn't like my dolls. Like, it's just, I buy for me. I don't make videos intended for shade throwing and putting people's, items down. And this person specifically, her channel name is Swaddled in Cashmere. She makes a lot of community posts. And what happened was when Michelle got her new crib and then made this, video about all the various cribs, because we've had a lot of people, it's like a huge influx of people buying cribs lately. So it was a great topic to share about, because, Michelle shared in her video that her crib was so big, she did not account for getting it up the stairs and getting it into the space the room she intended to put it in. And she was panicked for a moment that she wouldn't be able to get it up there. And, she hadn't accounted for that. So she wanted to share that with people, like measure, make sure you take into account getting that piece into the space, because that's, a pitfall. We don't want someone to buy something and invest a large amount of money and then not get it to the place you want to display it in. But what ended up happening is this other creator, Swaddling Cashmere, Tina, she decided to go on and make a post about, she measured for hers, and it's like she had to run out and get a rattan crib, and she ordered it from another country, and she's going to wait weeks for it, and she confirmed that, yep, it's ordered, and it's much more classy than the others. Doing the whole looking down on other people, like even if someone else's, crib choice or nursery choice or doll choices aren't for you, I don't see the necessity of going on and making a post in which to put others down. I just will never understand that. And so I'm getting someplace with this. So she ordered this big crib and swore up and down she measured the space. It's going to work fine, great, whatever, who cares? But then I'm laughing because it's so funny. This is why I'm calling it Cribgate. It's because it's so ridiculous. It's over cribs, for goodness sakes. There's been post after post about poking fun at those. She's poked fun at those who buy secondhand from like Facebook Marketplace and places of that nature, because my friend Angela has since found a crib she has coveted for years and found it on Facebook Marketplace, got it for a great deal. She's got a new crib she shared. We have other people in the community that have also purchased rattan cribs. And of course, Michelle got her crib, and then Lee has her crib. And so Tina has gone over and made post after post on her community wall about putting down, if you like that sort of thing, you can get a great deal, like as if it's a bad thing to find a good deal secondhand on Facebook Marketplace, because she states in her videos she only buys new. Okay, if you want to buy new, that's great, but don't look down on others who choose to buy secondhand and get a better deal. Like, I've bought so many things secondhand. If I could have found a rattan crib secondhand on Facebook Marketplace, it would have been here in my nursery, let's face it. But I didn't have that ability. I didn't have it available. But like looking down at others that buy secondhand, which that's nonsense. Like, why is that necessary? So I'm getting to the point I'm about to make. So there's a new post after all this hubbub about, making fun of all of us that they don't like our cribs, and poking fun at my friend Angela's in comments under her posts. Like, it's just been ridiculous. It's been very childish and unnecessary, because none of us care whether you like our cribs or not. Well, Tina has now since made a new post today that she decided that she, after waiting a couple of weeks of really thinking on it, has decided to find a crib on the secondhand marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. And apparently she's never purchased that crib, the original, yet she posted she did. So you're lying then or you're lying now. Don't like liars. Like, what I think truly happened is that she measured her space. She realized that the original crib, because it was really, really large, didn't fit the space. It was going to be too big, or she maybe couldn't get it up the stairs. Who knows what the reasoning is. She made it clear that, yep, purchased in a previous post, and now is backtracking. She's walking it back because she's now bought a second-hand crib when she states she never buys second-hand. And now she's put her foot in her mouth, and now she's trying to make up a whole new story that she really waits before making large purchases. And now has found another one, and now it's in the space, and it's perfect, and so glad that she waited. Well, I think it's a big fat lie, and I don't like liars, and I don't think it's necessary. Like, I don't care why she gets what crib she gets. Who cares? Nobody cares. She actually picked a really pretty crib. I think both were really pretty. But you don't have to go on and lie about it. You don't have to make post after post lying about the reasoning behind it. To me, that's just a waste. It makes you look bad because your posts, you're constantly just waffling on your post. You say one thing one day, and then you say a complete opposite the next day. It makes you look like a liar and untrustworthy. And when at the end of the day, nobody cares what crib you got. What we care about is the fact that you've put all of ours down, and she'll be watching this. She'll be watching this, you guys. But people like that in our community are just not, it's not necessary. Nobody cares if you buy new. Nobody cares if you buy secondhand. In fact, you're pretty intelligent person if you can find something for a better deal secondhand, gently used. You know, like if you can get a good deal, if I can get a good deal, you guys, I am on it. I'll take a good deal any day of the week. I almost love it more when I get a good deal. Let's face it. But to go on and look, you know, stick your nose up at everybody else's choices and talk badly, like as if buying secondhand is bad. It's just, and then you go ahead and buy secondhand. Well, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. You look like a hypocrite. You look silly. It's nonsense. Hence why I'm calling it Cribgate, because it's all over a crib. You know, we're just doing our things. We're over here just buying cribs because we wanted to buy something new for our spaces and we're enjoying it. And then we have this creator, this Tina person, just poo-pooing everything that we're doing. And why are you paying attention? Why are you looking at my nursery space? Why are you so bothered by my nursery space? Why are you bothered by other people's crib choices? Let people enjoy their crib choices. It's funny, and I feel kind of bad for her because she just doesn't realize how dumb she looks and how silly she looks from all of us outsiders when she makes such a big deal. I mean, grow up. Just a lot. Like, go enjoy your hobbies. Stop poking fun at everybody else's choices and go enjoy your own. You found a beautiful crib. Good on you. Well done. You know, it looks like it is wall-to-wall, you know, furniture in your space, but if that's what you like, then that's fine. I could care less. My space is my space, and I've chosen to make it for me. And that's all we can ever do, guys, is just make your space how you love it. If someone is putting down your space, ignore them, unfollow. Don't even give it a second thought. I certainly don't. I enjoy my space and have made it for me. If others like it, it's wonderful. If they don't, that's okay too. But I'm really just, the reason for me coming on is I will continue to share my good and bad experiences, because if I experience something bad, like being scammed out of a rattan crib for $600, I'm going to share that. And if I've been wrong, because I make lots of mistakes and I make a lot of wrong choices, I'm going to share that as well, because I want people to benefit from my stupid mistakes. I make a lot of dumb mistakes, but I tried very, very hard to own up to them. I will not come on my channel or make posts and lie to save face because something happened. If I was dumb enough to put somebody else's, secondhand purchase down and then I go and make a secondhand purchase, well, that's stupid on me, and I need to own that. Unfortunately, I don't think that Tina or any of her friends know how to own up to anything when they're wrong, and that's unfortunate because I'm wrong a lot. And I'm happy to share when I'm wrong with you guys so that you can learn from my dumb mistakes. And I think that that's the purpose for me being here. It's also why I've shared all of the horrible doll purchases that I've had over the years. Like, Lord, lost so much money. I don't want people to pay and lose money like I have. If I could save someone the heartache of making some really bad decision, I will definitely be doing that. And that's why I share what I share here. But I'm not making this video because I'm trying to put her down. I'm just trying to point out that it's unfortunate that people cannot be humbled in this community at times. And I don't think it does that person any favors by trying to backtrack, walk back their previous statements. Maybe just don't make those statements. Maybe think before you post and make silly comments that are, one, not truthful, or two, putting down others. I'm not here to put down other people. I'm here because I want everybody to feel inclusive at my channel, at my space, on my Instagram. I want people to feel like they can freely comment and share. If they don't even like what I have, they can comment. You can share what it may not be your cup of tea, and that's absolutely fine. I'm open to that. I'm not offended by it, as long as you're not being self-righteous and you're not being rude. I think that this hobby is for everybody, and everybody is supposed to have different tastes. That's the joy of it. That is the point of having a hobby, when there's so many choices and varying kinds of things. Everybody has a different choice. Everybody has a different taste. And I'm here for it all. And I welcome it all. And to Tina, I will say, congratulations, you found a beautiful crib. I'm glad you're happy with it. Go enjoy it. Stop throwing shade at the rest of us, because we're not paying attention. It's wasted on us. You end up hurting others because you're trying to, hit one target, when in fact, when you put down secondary market buying, it's hurting anybody that's buying secondhand market. Like, just go enjoy your hobby. That's what we're here for. Enjoy your baby. Enjoy your new crib. It's beautiful. Good on you. Glad you backed out of the other sale, because that was a lot of money and it probably wouldn't have fit in your space. So I'm glad you found something that would. As for everybody else out there, buy what you like. Never let somebody else's opinion change or alter what you want to buy for your space, for your dolls, or dolls themselves. You buy what you love. That's the only way to do it properly in this hobby. You buy what your heart says is right for you, not for somebody else. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the chat. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing my view from my rocking chair that I love. This is my Zen space. I don't even need to be holding Monroe necessarily. I thought about bringing her in here, but she just looks too cute in her stroller. So I just left her in there, and I'm just sharing my beautiful space. And this rug, you guys, I'm still obsessed with it. My youngest daughter is absolutely obsessed with it. She's like, when I have a baby, you have to design my nursery. I'm like, happy to. My daughters will have the best of the best, I'm sure, because I will help them design their nurseries. At least in my opinion, they'll have the best of the best. But anyways, guys, I hope you're having a great Sunday. I hope you're having a great weekend. It is super duper gorgeous here. The sun finally came out. We are still going to have storms, unfortunately. I thought about taking Monroe for a walk, but I will wait till I know it's not going to rain on me and her. But anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.